but it got extended. As always, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes extended. I'm telling them I have other work, but then,
I thought we are the only one who do it.
no, ISKCON late only. No, others also same 5 minutes, 10. It's normal, Mataji. You cannot be. This cannot be controlled. 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Because if you're hearing, it is okay, because they can same time they can hear. But if somebody is not hearing, then it takes double the time.
Yes, Mataji.
That so today it's a very interesting story. Today is the concluding part of our Narsimha special, Lord Narsimha special. And as I said last time, that there's one more very interesting story about Lord Narsimha which is left. And this story is regarding the Narsimha of ISKCON Mayapur. So Mayapur is the headquarters of ISKCON, and Mayapur is in West Bengal. So we have a very beautiful and very powerful and very alive deity of Lord Shri Lord Narsimha and Prahlad Maharaj. And I don't know how many of you would have seen the picture of Lord Narsimha. It's a very powerful deity. So how Lord Narsimha came to ISKCON and what is the story behind his coming to ISKCON is what we are going to discuss today in our last session. Okay, so we are now talking about 1984. The month is March, 24th March, 1984. So let's take a flashback. Let's take you back in this year of 1984. So here is a beautiful temple that we have of this in Mayapur of ISKCON, and one day it was almost past midnight. There was a lot of commotion, a lot of sound, and 35 dacoits loaded with guns and weapons, they attacked Mayapur, the temple, because they were thinking that the idols, the deity which are present in the temple are all of gold. So their plan was to take away the deities, steal the deities of the temple. So a lot of struggle happened because the devotees were putting up a fight. They did not have the weapons. The dacoits had the weapons, and there was a big struggle, big fight happening. And somehow, devotees were able to save the idols of Prabhupada and Lord Krishna and Panchatattva. So all these deities were saved. However, the deity of Radharani could not be saved. So that was stolen away by the dacoits. So this was very, very disturbing. I mean, it is not a very small thing that the deity of Sri Radharani, Srimati Radharani is stolen from the temple, and the entire devotee community was in deep sorrow. They were very, very disturbed, and so they all gathered together once the dacoits left and the idols were stolen. So all the devotees, all the senior devotees, they all gathered as to what has to be done next. So the conclusion was reached that let us have the deity of Lord Nrsimhadev in the temple. So the plan started working, and they started planning that how and where to get the deity of Narsimhadev. As you would have heard in the last story, that how Narsimhadev protects his devotees. And in the last class also, you would have heard the story in Germany. There was a temple, and the authorities were disturbing the devotees. But once Lord Narsimhadev deity was installed, there was no such problem, and the authorities stopped troubling. So with that faith, devotees wanted that even in Mayapur, we should have the deity of Sri Nrsimhadev. So then they all started, coming together, and some senior devotees sketched, a rough sketch. He drew a rough sketch of what kind of Nrsimhadev we should have. So the sketch was made, and the sketch was as if that Nrsimhadev is there. His eyes are burning with fire. He has big protruding eyes, and he has huge nails, and his knees are bent. And if you look at the deity, you will feel that he's just about to jump out and kill the demon. So that is the kind of image that was sketched, and that is the kind of deity which the devotees were desiring for. So let me share. So they all got together, and they started working on how to get this deity. So I'll just share a picture, a rough sketch. So if you have seen the picture, you would have seen what kind of image was in the mind of devotees. And you can see Narsimhadev, his knees are bent, and his eyes are ferocious. He's full of anger, and he has got big nails, and he's ready to jump out the pillar, and he's ready to kill the demons. So the devotees, many devotees were also concerned because they were feeling that it is very difficult to worship Lord Nrsimhadev. A very high standard of, high quality standards of worship is required when the deity of Nrsimhadev comes. So many of the pujaris, the senior pujaris, and the devotees were concerned. However, slowly, they all reached a conclusion that yes, somehow we'll manage the worship of Lord Nrsimhadev, because it is very difficult, to face the dacoits again. It will be a big loss. It's a big loss to happen. So they started searching how and where to get the deity made from, because not any and everybody can make the idol of their gods and goddesses. So it was found out that somewhere in South India, in Tamil Nadu, there is a very wonderful sculptor who can make temples, who is very good in the engineering and architecture of the temples. He knows how scientifically the idols can be made. So he had all the knowledge. So one devotee from Mayapur, that is from West Bengal, he was sent to South India. So this devotee went to South India, and he started searching, and he found out that particular sculptor who was excellent in his field.
Mataji, just wanted to clarify. This is not a bhakt, no? This is just a usual sculptor.
No, he's a usual sculptor, But because they are, they are linked to the temples, so they are pious people. They're not ISKCON devotees, but they are from outside somewhere.
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Yeah.
Clear.
So the sculptor met the devotee, and the devotee explained that I am from ISKCON, the Hare Krishna temple, and we are looking for to have a deity of Narsimadev, and would you please make it for us? So what did the sculptor do? So actually, there is a book on, there's a proper book on Shilpa Shastra, means there's a proper book which is on the sculptures, how to make sculptures, and it is not a book made today. The book is from ancient times, and it tells us how to scientifically, how to make deities, make idols with precision. So this person, this sculptor, he opened this book, and he said that, okay, this devotee, he showed the sketch. So this is the kind of sketch we are looking. So then this sculptor, he opened the book, he opened the Shastra, he opened the book regarding this idol, and he said, yes, this is the Ugra Narsimha. Ugra Narsimha. So Ugra Narsimha means the one which is in the mood of anger. Mood of anger. So he opened the book and he said, yes, the picture that you're showing is mood of anger. That is the Ugra Narsimhan. So devotee said yes. He said, yes, I understand that, but I cannot make this. He refused. He bluntly refused that I cannot make this idol. And so this devotee got very disappointed, and he did not know what to do. So he said, it is very difficult. I cannot make this particular type of Narsimha. So this devotee was very upset, and he went back empty-handed. He went back to Mayapur, and he informed his seniors that this is the situation. The sculptor was he understood what we want, but then he's not ready to make the sculpture. So then many places are this devotee visited, and he tried to find out where can I get such a such kind of Lord Narasimhadev. So he visited many places, he visited many sculptors, but nobody agreed to make such a deity. He finally came back to Mayapur, and then the Mayapur, senior people, they said, you go again to the same first one, the same sculptor, you go back and you again try to request him. So meanwhile, what had happened is that, this sculptor, the first one, he approached his guru, Shankaracharya from Kanchi. So he approached him, and he discussed the case with him. So let's see what happened in the discussion. So our devotee goes back now. He goes back to the sculpture and asks him, I am requesting you again, why don't you make this Narsimha for us? So
Mataji, sorry, I just missed about that. Sculptor
ah,
went to meet his guru, no?
his guru, yes, yes,
And
his
where
guru.
was that place, Mataji? I thought you
This
said
was this
Shankaracharya.
is this Shankaracharya, Kachi Shankaracharya.
This is name of a place, Mataji.
Kachi is the name of a place, and Shankaracharya is Shankaracharya. I think many people would be knowing. Shankaracharya is actually the original Shankaracharya is supposed to be the incarnation of Lord Shiva.
So Mataji, so this sculptor went to Kachi. The
हाँ,
spelling is Kachi.
Kanchi,
Kanchi.
Kanchi, yes.
Which place is this, Mataji? Just for my information, so that I can
Kanchi,
interpret better.
Kanchi is in somewhere in South India only. Kanchipuram, I think. Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, yeah, Mataji. I have
So
got it.
when
Yeah, you
yeah,
can.
so when this person goes and meets his guru, he tells that this such and such the request has come for me to make this kind of Lansimadev. So when his guru looks at the picture, look at the sketch which the devotee had given, he saw the sketch and he was shocked and he flatly refused. He said, "Don't make this idol." He said, "This is actually the form of Narsimadev which used to be worshipped some 3,000 years ago." Nowadays, even none of the demigods also, even the Devi Devtas also don't worship this form of Narsimadev, because this form of Narsimadev is very, very ferocious. He's full of anger, and it is not easy to worship such form of Narsimadev. And he was explaining that there was a time that once upon a time in Mysore there was a temple of Ugra Narsimha, and people there used to worship him very well. But with a period of time, this worship somehow stopped, and people did not follow rules and regulation in worshiping Lord Narsimadev. And slowly, what happened? This whole town was vanished. So don't get into this problem. Even your life will also get spoiled if even if you make such Narsimadev. So he said, then by when he was inquisitive, he said, by the way, who is the one who's approached you? So then this sculptor said, the Hare Krishna people from Bengal, they came to me and they approached that they want to make this to have this deity. So then this guru told the sculptor that please tell them that it is very, very dangerous to get such Narasimhadev in their temple. Their whole temple will get will be destroyed. It is not very easy, and it is a very, very ferocious form of Narsimhadev which they cannot handle. So with that note, the sculptor came back, and that is what, when the devotee had come last time, that is why the sculptor had refused the devotee that I cannot make this form of Narsimhadev. Now as now we go back to the again to the same story, and you understand that our devotee and in this site had already seen many sculptors, but again his seniors pushed him back to South India, that again you give it a last try. So then now when this devotee comes and he folds his hands and he's pleading to the sculptor that please make this deity for us, surprisingly there's a turn of events, and our the sculptor agrees this time. So now the devotee is also confused. Suddenly, what has happened? Last time you refused, and suddenly you're saying, "Yes, I will do it." So how has this change happened? So this sculptor explains that last night My guru came to my dream and he told me that if it is for the Hare Krishna people, if it is for ISKCON, then you go ahead and make this deity. And next day he also narrated that next day he also got a letter from his guru stating that I instructed you in the dream, but now I'm also sending you intimation. I'm also sending you instructions on this letter that you go ahead and make this idol. So the devotee was thrilled. He was ecstatic. He was in full of happiness that yes, very soon we will have Narsimadev in Mayapur. So now the devotee goes back and informs, and now this sculptor tells him that see me after 6 months. I'll give you your after 6 months, your deity will be ready. So the devotee is on top of the world. He goes back and he's like dancing, and yes, we are able to achieve the target. And he's now waiting for months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It's over. Then he's thinking that okay, let's now go and visit and see what shape the Lord has taken, how much it is ready, and let me also go and buy. There are a lot of brass items which are required for the Lord in his worship. So he said, okay, I'll buy all that in South India, and at the same time, I will also have a look at how much our deity is ready. So when he goes there, he is there for a shock. Because when he goes there, what to talk of deity? Even the stone is also not there. So he asked, you told me to come in 6 months. I can't even see the stone because he had already given the advance to the sculptor. So he said, what stone are you talking? What deity are you talking about? The sculptor was also shocked. He said, what deity are you talking about? He said, excuse me, deity of Lord Narsimadev. I gave you advance. So the sculptor said, deity, I don't even have the stone as yet. How can I create the deity? So the devotee says, come on, don't tell me. Thousands of kilos of granite is lying everywhere. You go to any part of the country, so much of granite, black granite is lying everywhere. And you're saying stone is not there? So the sculptor says, are you out of your mind? Do you think for this kind of Narsimadev, any ordinary stone will do? Any ordinary granite will do? I need a living stone. So although this person who had visited to the sculptor, he was a devotee, but this was the first time he had heard that the stone is also living. Like for you and me, all of us, we all know that stone is dead. Stone doesn't have any life in it. So this was the first time that the devotee had heard that there is life in the stone also. So he was shocked. He said, what are you talking about? He said, yes, there is life in the stone. So he said, how do you know there is life in the stone? So this sculptor explains to him that according to our scriptures, there are two ways in which we can find out whether the stone is dead or whether the stone is living. So the first thing he explained was that we have to tap the stone. We have to tap the stone at 7 places, and there is a particular sound which comes out from the stone. So if that particular sound comes from the stone, means the stone is alive. Okay. The second thing, there is a bug in the stone. That bug eats the granite in a straight line. And if while eating, he creates a straight line and not a zigzag line, that means the stone is alive. So he said, you have patience. So you have patience. I am looking out for a stone, and the day I find the stone, after that 6 months, I will give you the date. He said, I never said I'll give you the date in 6 months. I need to find the stone, and once I find the stone, after that, I need 6 months. So okay, so devotee doesn't know what to do, and he is also feeling sad. Okay, so he's waiting. At least the sculptor is honest. He's at least telling that what is his requirement, and he's honestly looking for the stone. So then this devotee goes back, and after a couple of months, he comes back and he sees that finally the stone has come. So the devotee is thrilled. He's very happy that at least the stone has reached, and he goes back. And a couple of months again after that, he comes back again, and he sees that the sculptor is sitting with the stone, but he's not doing anything. He's not doing any chiseling work. He's simply sitting. Again, he goes back to Mayapur, and again, after a couple of months, he comes back. This time, at least, there is some rough sketch which has taken shape on the stone. So then the devotee was happy, at least now the sketching has started. Few months pass by, again this devotee comes back, and now he sees that the shape has started forming of the deity. And it is this time that the devotee tells that I forgot to tell you that we also need a small idol of Prahlad. So initially, this person refused. The sculptor said, what is the size? He said, we need 1 feet of Prahlad. There also, there was a ratio of the deity. If the deity is 1 feet, then the deity will be some 20 feet height. So the devotee said, no, we don't want it. We cannot accommodate a 20 feet of Lord Narsimadev. He said, no, if you want 4 feet of Narsimadev, then your Prahlad will be just like a small atom. So there was back and forth, a lot of argument was going on. And finally, the sculptor agreed that, okay, I will give you 4 feet of Narsimhadev and I'll give you 1 feet of Prahlad. So this final decision was made, and the sculptor again started working on Narsimhadev and as also at Prahlad. So after a few months, when devotee came back, he started seeing that yes, deity has started taking a shape, and now yes, it's just a matter of time that we will have Narsimhadev in Mayapur. So now finally the time came that Narsimhadev was ready, and the sculptor meanwhile had some personal function, personal family commitment. So he did, there are sheds. There are temporary sheds in which these sculptors make keep the idols when they are ready. So this was made of those grass, those dry grass, and the sculptor locked the idol inside, and he left for some function. He said, I will, now the deity is ready, I will call this devotee and soon I will ask him to take away this idol. Meanwhile, let me go and attend to some function in my village. So now, while he was gone, it was monsoon season. And it was raining and raining very heavily. Suddenly, one day, this sculptor got a frantic phone call. He said, there is fire, the date, your hut where you left your idol, it has caught fire, and please come back. So this sculptor was like really he went very crazy. He was full of tension, and he called this devotee that your deity is on fire, that you please urgently come and take him, your deity. So the devotee said, yeah, I'll take him in a day or two. He said, no day or two, you come now, because your deity wants to leave now. So this devotee ran, and he started making arrangements of because it's a huge idol, and it was not easy to transport this deity from South India to West Bengal. So arrangements were made. The deity was picked by many people. It was not it was not a joke to pick this deity by one or two people. Many people came and packed the deity in a box. And then transporting of big deities like this needs a lot of what do you call it, approvals from state government, approval from tax authorities, approval from many ministries. So it is not easy to also approval from archaeological department. So many approvals were required, and proper bureaucracy was there in transporting the deity. However, whenever some official would come to open the deity and to check and sign the papers, they would look at the deity and immediately close it and sign the paper. And so Lord Narsimadev reached Mayapur. So now once he reaches Mayapur, it is known that once the deity, just before the installation, the sculptor comes again and fixes the eyes of the deity. So eyes are not fixed initially, but when this deity comes and it is called giving life to the deity. It's called in Hindi, it is called Pran Pratishta. So the eyes are fixed in the end. But to the surprise, it is seen that when the sculptor was readying the idol of Lord Narsimadev, he had already fixed the eyes, and from his side, he had already done the Pran Pratishtha.
Sorry, Mataji. Just wanted to clarify that he had already done it, or he
Yeah,
came
he
there and
already did. He already did it before he went to the village for his function. He had already done the life giving ceremony. On his own, he had fixed the eyes. On his own, he had done the life giving ceremony, Pran Pratishtha. So now the devotee understood that why there was fire, because the Lord was alive. And why all the authorities were quickly signing the approval, because the moment they would see the alive Lord Nrsimhadev in the box. So this is sharing few pictures with you all.
Mataji, I think you can do it on full screen mode.
हाँ. So this is the deity of Lord Nrsimhadev of Mayapur. I will share a full picture which also has Prahlad Maharaj along with that. So you can have darshan of.
Sorry, Mataji, are you showing the picture?
Yeah, I'm just downloading it. I didn't have it. Is it visible, Saurabh?
Yes, Mataji, yes. We
Okay.
can see the Narsimha there.
And Prahlad is on the left. I'll just minimize and then. So the Prahlad is on the left side, the right side of Narsimhadev. The small Prahlad is there. So this is the same deity which the sculptor had made. And can you imagine how alive he is? If you look at him, he looks so alive. So I'll share it once again. So this is the beautiful deity of Lord Narsimadev. And after that, there has been no problem from the dacoits. So Mayapur is safe and no such incidents happen of looting the temple. So the temple and the devotees became all safe after that. So although Narsimadev is a very, very ferocious form of Lord, of the Supreme Lord, but although he is ferocious, but he is angry, he is ferocious for the demons. For his devotees, he is very, very gentle. He is very, very merciful. He is very gentle for his devotees. Narsimadev protects us from all evil influences and he removes all the obstacles in our spiritual path. So the prayer which is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, I'll just quickly read the prayer. I offer my respects to Lord Narsimadev, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like material desires. Please appear in our heart and drive away our ignorance. So that by your mercy, we may become fearless. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. So this is the prayer from Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll post it in the group also. Whenever possible, if ever you feel scared, if ever you feel disturbed, if you need the protection of the Lord, please, you can all read these. You can read and you can see the video of this prayer.
Mataji, they're asking for the prayer.
So you want me to paste it there in the chat? I'll put it in the group, on the group chat.
Yeah, that is fine, Mataji.
Okay, I'll share it. So Narsimadev ki jai. Thank you so much. First of all, thanks to Saurabh Prabhu for giving his time. He's very tight on schedule. Still, he could take out time for us. Is there any question?
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Uma Mataji has a question.
Tell me.
She said that we never knew about the story, and you are real. It's real. They looks a ferocious kind of a deity. Says the story was brilliant. The interpretation was also brilliant. She has embroidered something, Mataji.
Oh, wow.
She's made Krishna only. She's not made Narasimha Dev, because
Okay.
the smiling face of Krishna is very, very endearing, she says. But can we do that, Mataji? Can we put the photo? I mean, if we put like a picture at home, will we get protection?
Of course, you need to pray also, no? Not just keeping a picture, you need to pray also.
Yes, yes, Mataji, definitely. But it's a very fearful thing to make.
It's a very fair, very, very. So no need to
She
make.
says she's
Very
made.
nice, beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Can she take a picture and post it in the group?
Yeah, Mataji, she'll do it.
Thank you. Any of the groups, whichever group she's part of, she can post it. Thank you. She can send it to me separately.
It's locked, Mataji.
She can send it to me separate. She can send it to me separately.
Okay, Mataji. She's saying, wow, wow, it was great. Today's story is great. And maybe some other story like this again we would like to hear.
Definitely. Definitely.
He says that it becomes difficult, being deaf, a lot of this kind of knowledge, stories and information is not accessible. And it becomes vague. Often you don't know, but she's saying thank you so much. But
That is why, I took an extra session for this. This is the third class we are having on Lord Narsimhadev. So I really wanted to share this story with all of you. So that is why I desired, I really wanted this to be, so that all of you should know this story. So if ever Krishna desires, one day we can all visit Mayapur.
she's saying that the interpreter can also choose, some weekdays also if it's possible. They'll pay more also.
Yeah, we'll pay. Don't worry.
She's like, it's very interesting. And if somehow we can do it with Mataji also being there, it'll be really nice.
Sure, sure. Thank you. We'll try.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji is asking that is it possible? Uh, Mataji is asking that can the Narsimha Dev, can there be a pendant or something which can be worn around the neck, same like other devtas? No, you wear it on
We
the
can
neck.
wear, we can wear,
Possible?
we can wear, not a problem. There is a Narsimha Kavach also which is available. Usually we get it from Mayapur. Many devotees wear for protection.
So if we wear something like that, Mataji, is there some rules basically?
No, nothing like that. How usually devotees wear only at a level when they have already left onion garlic and they're chanting. So we just need to be more maintain that purity. That's all.
She says, Mataji, I don't take onion, garlic, and all of that
Ah,
coffee.
so she can, yeah, she can wear. She can wear. But I mean, in Chennai, we don't get, usually we get Hudson Kavach or we get it in Mayapur. But if she finds a pendant, she can wear it, not a problem.
This only find in Mayapur, Mataji.
The Kavach they give because I think they read and they offer prayers at the
Ma'am,
Lord.
Mataji, how do I understand the kavach? What is it exactly?
Kavach is something like a it's a thread and it's like a जैसे Muslims में ताबीज वगैरह होता है ना, so उस तरह का कुछ होता है. Some people wear it. Hmm.
Okay, Mataji. Okay. Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Prakash Mataji says this was a very great session. It was very interesting. So growing up, we were worshipping a lot of demigods, no, Shiva, Ganesha, Vishnu. I mean, sorry, Durga, and we had a lot of pictures there at home. But now we are learning so much with Anutama Mataji, and Sameer Prabhuji also shares a lot. I have
Ah,
a small Narasimha picture which I got, and this is Juhu ISKCON. I got it from there and I kept it at home. I am just wanting to know what are the timings? Should I pray to the Lord in the morning or both in the morning, evening?
actually,
This is the
there are
first time
two.
actually I just want to learn how to pray to Narsimandev.
That's somebody. So actually, there is a very small prayer. Last time also, I think Vaishali had asked me to, do a video of Narsimha Aarti. So I'll have to find out somebody who can do this in sign language, and we will send it to you. So the time is that Mangala Aarti is the Mangal time, means the Brahma Muhurat. So usually in the temples, the Aarti happens at 4:30 in the morning. So where we do the Guru Puja, and after that we do the Tulsi Aarti. Sorry, the Guru Puja and then the Narsimha Aarti. And then
Sorry, Mataji, the
sorry,
first is the Guru
Guru Puja and then the Narsimha Aarti.
and the Tulsi Aarti not there.
Tulsi Aarti after that. Tulsi after that. So there is a very small prayer of Lord Nrsimhadev. His Aarti is there. So those who can read, I can straight away send in English the the Aarti, and you can read you can read that. And but those who cannot read, for them we need to prepare a video and signing. Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, this Saurabh Prabhu, this actually link has to have given this another class scheduled. So we need to end this class. Can Vijaya Mataji send her video? So she can just send her video. So thank you so much for joining. We'll have to end the class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narsimha Dev ki jai. Please tell Uma to send her painting, and Vijaya Mataji to please send her question video. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We'll close the session.